Alright folks, we've already had one championship match, and we're closing out the first hour with another one. This time it's the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships on the line with Big Jake Blackwell and Stefan Von Berger challenging Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune, Wylde Fortune, for the belts. And so at this time we turn you over to the Rage broadcast team. Take it over, Don Hickson.
Thank you, Tex, and happy Halloween, everyone. I'm here with Steve Groves and Christy Ogilvie in anticipation of this upcoming Rage Tag Team match, which is going to be pretty impactful for both teams.
To be super specific, what Don means is, the Insiders, Blackwell and Von Berger, already hold a single title each, including Von Berger's Rage TV Championship, so a win here over Wylde Fortune would not only make the Insiders double champions, but they would be making a solid move to Rage, and would leave Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune open to a possible move to Snarl, if they wanted to, so yes. It's a potential game changer for both these teams.
And Sylvia Strong would love to see Jake and Von Berger bring those Rage tag titles home to the Stronghold too, besides making the Insiders double champions, adding to the already sizable embarrassment of riches that stable holds now.
All right, Steve, let's talk nuts and bolts. Is it doable? Can Jake Blackwell and Stefan Von Berger yank those tag team titles away from Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune?
The Insiders have been running hot lately, in both singles and tags action, but the stumbling block lies with Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune themselves, since nobody has been able to relieve them of the Rage tag titles, since they won them at the tournament we held over the summer. And I'm sure Wylde Fortune would love to still be holding the belts by Memphis Million at the end of the year. I say their odds of doing that are pretty solid.
Chris and Jeff, both 12-year men with the company, have held tag team gold before. Chris was the winner of the 3rd annual Memphis Million, surviving nearly half the field of 30 competitors. To become known as the Memphis Miracle, and this partnership has survived plenty of rough seas, including having split up for almost an entire year. Now that Wylde Fortune is at the top of the mountain with the Rage tag titles, it's gonna be pretty hard for anyone to knock them off.
Chris and Jeff are fiercely independent, a couple of mavericks for sure. They have foregone any sort of managerial guidance, preferring to do it all on their own, and they have been successful in doing so for quite some time now.
And that wasn't always the case. Remember how for a while, they were managed by Madison Lovecraft, before she left the company. A lot of people say Madison Lovecraft was the reason Chris and Jeff split up the team, and while it's never been proven, I believe the theory that Chris Wylde was carrying on a romantic partnership with their one-time manager. Possibly the reason they avoid managers like the plague these days.
Well, Christy, whatever may have gone before is certainly water under the bridge now, as Chris Wylde and Jeff Fortune have certainly put it in the rearview mirror, and they have been fairly dominant in this year 2024. Now the question remains, will the Insiders, Big Jake Blackwell and Stefan Von Berger, have what it takes to relieve Wylde Fortune of the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships?
The following tag team match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the RWL Rage Tag Team Championships. First, the challengers, along with Sylvia Strong, at a combined weight of 570 pounds from New York City, Big Jake Blackwell, and from Heidelberg, Germany, Stefan Von Berger. They are the Insiders. Their opponents, at a combined weight of 426 pounds, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Chris Wylde, and from Loch Lomond, Virginia, Jeff Fortune, the RWL Rage Tag Team Champions, Wylde Fortune.
Hot damn, what a championship match to top off the first hour.
Indeed it is. All right, here we go with Big Jake Blackwell and Jeff Fortune. Starting this match off, referee Tom Canamora sounds the bell. Jake Blackwell charges and misses with his move. Jeff Fortune going for the legs of Big Jake Blackwell. Jeff Fortune with a stomp to the lower abdomen. And Jeff Fortune firing off immediately. And here we go, all the way up. But Blackwell, quick with the counter, goes behind, German suplex. Taking Jeff Fortune down, Blackwell takes himself to the corner. And in comes the German technician, Von Berger. Von Berger locking up with Jeff Fortune. Escorts him to the ropes. Delivers a couple of hard shots to the midsection. Jeff Fortune quick with the counter. Von Berger equally quick with the counter. A series of strikes backs Jeff Fortune into the corner. And into the Tree of Woe position. Von Berger not fooling around here from the get-go. And knees to the lower abdomen. And when you're hanging up in that Tree of Woe, that hurts. Kick to the back. Whoa! Stefan Von Berger goes for a cover. One. And just about one was Jeff Fortune finding his way out on his own. Chris Wylde in illegally. Von Berger says, take yourself right on back outside. Stefan Von Berger on the middle rope. Goes for a splash, but Jeff Fortune just out of the way in time. Fortune with a sudden spear. Jeff Fortune covers. 1, 2, and just about a 2, but Tom Canamora, that's it, 2. Von Berger with a knee to the skull of Jeff Fortune. Stefan Von Berger catches a kick to the midsection from Jeff Fortune. They lock up. Jeff Fortune into the insider's corner with knees to the midsection for Jeff Fortune. Oh, Jeff Fortune escaping the corner. Swing and a miss, goes behind, slams Stefan Von Berger to the canvas. Drives the knee into the head, and there we go. Already blood drawn in this contest. As Jeff Fortune steps out, in comes Chris Wylde. The Memphis Miracle, the third Memphis Millionaire. And Stefan Von Berger in big trouble here. Big Jake Blackwell comes to the rescue. Nope, wait a minute. That's it. Von Berger escapes the hold. Drives the knee into the head of Chris Wylde. Von Berger wisely stepping out. In comes Big Jake Blackwell again. Blackwell immediately on the attack. Taking Chris Wylde down. Stomp to the shoulder. Big Jake Blackwell. Big time kick to the missing axe kick that takes Chris Wylde down. And a counter kick from behind. Big Jake Blackwell, a speed demon, despite his size. Chris Wylde with a series of chops. Blackwell pancake down to the canvas face first. And in comes Jeff Fortune. Fortune catches a wraparound DDT. Blackwell catches a chop. Jeff Fortune pitching Blackwell out onto the floor. And Big Jake Blackwell just coming to his feet as referee Tom Canamora begins the count. Blackwell with a series of shots. Down goes Jeff Fortune. And Jeff Fortune in a situation here. Heel hook stretch. Blackwell just looking to do some damage on the outside with the count running out. Rolls Jeff Fortune back into the ring. Big Jake Blackwell taking a little moment for the fans at ringside. The man of the people, Big Jake Blackwell, as in comes Chris Wylde. Whoa, Big Jake Blackwell rocking and rolling on Chris Wylde. They lock up. Blackwell says, thank you, no. Don't mind if I don't. Misses with the clothesline. Chris Wylde gonna counter on that one. Whoa! Pancake face first. As Chris tuning up the band here. Blackwell doesn't know he's coming. Here we go, big time spear. Chris Wylde covers. 1, 2, but no. Absolutely not. Big Jake Blackwell not going to give up in this championship level match with the title on the line. And here we go into a submission. Chris Wylde possibly near enough to the ropes. And no sign of rescue from Jeff Fortune. Chris Wylde managing to escape this one all on his own. Collar and elbow. Up we go. And slammed down face first one more time. Stefan Von Berger begging to get in there. But Big Jake Blackwell back to his feet. Another wraparound DDT. Chris Wylde face first into the mat. Blackwell. Says Chris says, no, I've already seen your corner. Thank you very much. From behind, German suplex. Blackwell rounding Chris Wylde up again. Up we go, backbreaker, right on the knee. Stomp to the midsection. Now into an armbar, but the referee says break it up. Sylvia Strong, absolutely proud as punch of her stable, the Stronghold. Blackwell rounded up to his feet by Chris Wylde. Being escorted into the Wild Fortune corner head first. Chris Wylde takes himself up to the middle rope. Whoa! Middle rope bulldog. And in comes Jeff Fortune on the tag. Blackwell with the close sign in his head. Up we go. Oh! Gutbuster. Jeff Fortune gathering up Big Jake Blackwell. Big Jake Blackwell counters. Chris Wylde counters. Now Chris Wylde countered one more time by Big Jake Blackwell. Blackwell. Whoa, cravat suplex. There's one we don't see every day. In comes Stefan Von Berger, and he's ready to go. The German technician catches on out of town. Power slam. Jeff Fortune catches a kick to the midsection. Von Berger with Chris Wylde up over the shoulders. Oh, look at this. Jeff Fortune with a counter and another gutbuster. And Von Berger, a hard shot to the back. Von Berger counters with a kick to the leg. Jeff Fortune counters with another kick and a standing drop kick out of nowhere. In comes Chris Wylde on the tag. Stefan Von Berger just about getting to his feet. He charges, he misses and swings with the kick. Goes behind. Chris Wylde counters. Another lockup. Whoa! Slammed face first. Von Berger counters with a jawbreaker. Whoa! Out of nowhere, Superman punch goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, not a 3. It's only a 2. Chris Wylde rounded up one more time here. Savage knees to the midsection from the German technician. Von Berger steps out. In comes Big Jake Blackwell. Chris Wylde rounded back up to his feet. Whoa! Super kick out of no place. Blackwell goes behind, gets countered. Blackwell counters again. Another counter, and whoa, clothesline. Chris Wylde taking Big Jake Blackwell down. Jeff Fortune, the legal man now. Kick to the midsection. Jeff Fortune with Blackwell up. Blackwell counters it into a DDT. How about that? Blackwell back on the attack. Whoa, stunner. Nailed him with a stunner. Sylvia Strong cheering her approval. Jeff Fortune being hauled around like a town drunk. Head first into the buckle as Von Berger comes in on the tag. Little double team shot to the midsection for Jeff Fortune. Fortune up over the shoulders of the German technician. And out to go onto the floor. Stefan Von Berger going high here. Waiting for Jeff Fortune to stand himself up. And here we go. Whoa! Missile drop kick from the top rope. Fortune quickly back to his feet. The resilience of Jeff Fortune. Absolutely amazing. And now it's a battle on the outside with the referee counting. Von Berger counters, sweeps the leg. Oh, hard shots. Oh, Jeff Fortune catching a beat down here. Stefan Von Berger going absolutely ham. on Jeff Fortune on the outside. Von Berger rolls himself back in, pulls himself back out, restarts the count. Whoa, knee to the skull. Stefan Von Berger just handing an absolute beat down to Jeff Fortune. Both these teams performing at absolute peak in this championship level match. Stefan Von Berger again continuing to inflict damage on Jeff Fortune, with the referee's count continuing in this match halfway through the time limit. Von Berger rounds Jeff Fortune back up, rolls himself back into the ring. Jeff Fortune's on Dream Street. The referee count again. Stefan Von Berger breaking the count and starting it all over, continuing to inflict damage on Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune in a heap of trouble here. Whoa! What a shot. Stefan Von Berger continuing to work the arms and shoulders of Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune catching an absolute beat down here from the German technician as the referee has started the count 3 times over. Whoa! Chris Wylde might think about getting involved here. Jeff Fortune finally counters Von Berger's attacks. And another gutbuster for the German technician. Jeff Fortune finally rebounding here on a badly beaten. Whoa! Pancake face first into the canvas. Stefan Von Berger also encountering a heap of damage in this championship match. Sylvia Strong got to be a little... Whoa! Look at this, will ya? Jeff Fortune going daredevil here. Kick to the skull from Stefan Von Berger. Jeff Fortune counters. And away goes Stefan Von Berger. As Jeff Fortune takes himself back into the ring, the count continuing for Stefan Von Berger. Von Berger back to his feet, back inside the ring. Immediately count his headbutt takes down Jeff Fortune. Big Jake Blackwell, perhaps well rested. Whoa! Kitchen sink knee to the midsection. Jeff Fortune with a jawbreaker goes behind. Electric chair position and dropped. It's Big Jake Blackwell. Stefan Von Berger on the outside has taken quite a beating on the outside. Head first into the turnbuckle as Chris Wylde comes in on the tag. A little tag team counter action here from Wylde Fortune as Chris Wylde takes control in the match. Hard up to the back. Blackwell also has endured quite a bit of punishment here. Whoa, Ed Zaguri. Chris Wylde currently in control here. Jeff Fortune looks on. Chris Wylde raining fists onto the head of the international champion as Jeff Fortune comes in on the tag. Jeff Fortune with a headbutt. Blackwell catches a stomp to the midsection. Jeff Fortune with a submission, referee calling for the break. Here we go. Stefan Von Berger back in. Look at this. Power slam. Jeff Fortune stepping out. In comes Chris Wylde again. Big time knee to the midsection. Stefan Von Berger rains fists on the head of Chris Wylde. Rounds Wylde back up again. And here we go again. Whoa, savage knees to the midsection. The abdominal area has taken quite a beating here and a knee to the skull. Von Berger going sky high. Drives a knee into Chris Wylde. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. I do not believe it. What is keeping Chris Wylde going? Von Berger off the rope. Whoa, big time kick. Von Berger rounds Wylde up again. Chris Wylde counters. Chris whips Von Berger over the top rope and onto the outside. Chris Wylde follows him on out. Rounds Von Berger up a chop. And Chris Wylde with a neck breaker on the outside. Referee counting again. And we have well past 3/4 of the time limit as Chris Wylde continues to administer punishment to Stefan Von Berger. Jeff Fortune looking on. And time is definitely a waste in here. 4 minutes left to go. Chris Wylde back inside the ring. Look at this, a little bit of showboating here. Von Berger talking about, I'm perfectly okay. I'm all right, don't nobody worry about me. Taking his time, going back in, perhaps wisely. Stefan Von Berger back in the ring. Whoa! Chris Wylde catches the counter. Von Berger back to his feet. Bringing in Big Jake Blackwell on the tag. Blackwell catches one from Jeff Fortune, slammed head first to the canvas again. Fortune raining lefts onto the head of Big Jake Blackwell. Jeff Fortune goes for a crossface. He's in the crossface, stretching the back of Big Jake Big Jake Blackwell tapping out. That is it. Jeff Fortune winning this one by submission, retaining the Rage Tag Team Championship.
The time, exactly 17 minutes. Here are your winners and still your Rage Tag Team Champions, Wylde Fortune.
Chris and Jeff turning in a virtuoso performance here against a very tough opposing team in the challenger's corner. And the Insiders came oh so very close to an upset tonight, but Wylde Fortune manages to fend off Blackwell and Von Berger in an epic level war to retain the Rage Tag Team Championships.
Wylde Fortune came super close to a loss tonight. They really did. Against the Gold Hungry Stronghold, but to score a tap-out win over Big Jake Blackwell, the RWL International Champion. That's an attention-getting win.
Well, congratulations to Wylde Fortune on a job well done. That takes care of hour one. We will be back with hour two of the Helloween Brawl right after the break.